I'm Mrs. Williver, and today is Mrs. Williver Day. Are you ready for a story? Okay, today my story is called Patty's Playhouse. It's Patty and Louie Legend number 3, written by Mrs. Williver and illustrated by Cassie and Mrs. Williver, featuring 2 characters, Sharry and Judy. Now, Judy is actually Patty's big sister. Okay, I just put her as one of her friends in this story. Okay, and Sharry is actually Patty's best friend. She was Patty's best friend from the beginning, from elementary school until adulthood. Okay, back to the story. For Patty's first day of vacation was going great. Her friends Sharry and Judy were coming over to play, and Patty was excited. She had the whole day planned. Patty waited on her front porch for her friends. Louie walked up and asked Patty if she could play with him. Patty told him that Sharry and Judy were coming over to play and that she would be busy all day. So Louie went home. Sharry arrived at Patty's first. Sharry wanted to hide from Judy so Judy would think they were gone. Patty didn't want to hide because she knew that wasn't a very nice thing to do, and it might hurt Judy's feelings. When Judy showed up, Patty invited the girls out to her backyard. She had a tea party set up for them in her playhouse. Judy and Sharry ran to Patty's playhouse, closed the door, and locked Patty out. Patty knocked on her playhouse door. "No one's home," the girls yelled. "Come on, guys," said Patty, "let me in." "Go away," they yelled. "No one's home." Look who's watching over the fence. Patty sat down on the grass. Sharry and Judy peeked out the playhouse window. Patty started to cry. The playhouse door opened and Judy walked out. "Gee, Patty," said Judy, "we didn't mean to make you cry. We were just teasing." Patty got up and walked into her house. Sharry and Judy followed her. Not saying a word, the 3 of them sat down on the couch. Patty wiped her tears and asked her friends if they wanted to watch a video. Sharry and Judy thought that was a great idea. So Patty put a video in the VCR and sat back down on the couch. As the video began, Patty realized that she put the wrong tape in. It was a video of Louie playing football. Her friends started up their teasing again. "Ew," they said. "Patty loves Louie. Patty loves Louie." "Stop it," said Patty. "Louie is just my friend." Patty's mom came in the living room. She wanted to know what the problem was. Patty just started crying again and ran down the hallway to her bedroom. "You 2 girls better go home now," said Patty's mom, Millie. "I think Patty needs to be alone for a while." Judy and Sharry felt bad. They went home just like Patty's mom asked them to, but that didn't make Patty feel any better. She sat on her bed with an unhappy look on her face. Just then, she heard the doorbell ring. Then her dog Amy started to bark. Patty's mom peeked her head into Patty's room. She told Patty that there was someone at the door that wanted to talk to her. Patty didn't want to go to the door. She told her mom to just send them away. "Okay," said Patty's mom, "I'll tell Louie that you don't want to play with him." "Louie's here?" she yelled. "Oh, tell Louie I'll be right there." Patty wiped the tears from her face, brushed her hair, and ran down the hallway toward the door. "Here I come, Louie," she yelled. Louie stood at the door and told Patty that he saw what Judy and Sharry did, so he came right over to make sure she was all right. Patty just smiled and invited Louie in for some cookies. "Would you like to watch a video?" asked Patty. "Sure, I'll do anything that you want to do," said Louie. So Patty and Louie sat on the couch, ate cookies, and shared a fantastic first vacation day together. "Hey, Patty, maybe I will marry you someday." Yeah. Now, guys, I have a question for you. Should you tease anybody until they cry? No way. You can't do that. Now, I tease my kids, I tease my grandkids, stuff like that. It's fun teasing, it's play teasing. But when you're teasing to be mean and to make someone cry, that is not a good choice. And you better rethink that, okay? So make sure you're nice. Are you ready for a drawing? Let's draw Patty, Sharry, and Judy. We're going to draw in the apple direction, the apple direction, the apple direction. Put your paper in the apple direction, and you'll be ready to draw with me. Okay. Whew! Gets more challenging every week. So I really hope you're taking my lessons in order. This is lesson number 13. And we're going to draw 3 kids, 3 friends. Okay. We're going to start with their heads. Okay. We're going to start 1. Patty's head. Sharry's head, and Judy's head. Okay, wow. All right. If they're too close together, you might want to turn your paper over and do it again, okay? If they're too small, okay, you might want to do that. It's hard. It's hard to figure it out if it's going to work or not. We're going to see, though, right now. This one's going to be Patty. We're going to give her bangs. All right. Her curly orange hair. And you're bumping around quietly in your head like a cloud. Or like a flower, but then you're stopping. Okay. Her eyes, their pupils are all just going to be looking forward. Okay. That'll be better for us to remember. They're just looking forward. She has 4 eyelashes on each eye. Actually, all of them will when we draw them. Patty has a C for a nose and 3 freckles on each side of her nose. Now, if I'm going too fast, remember you can always pause, and restart and keep going. I'm going to keep going. She has a Mrs. Welliver smile. There she is. Now we're going to give her neck and the neckline of her dress, her pretty pink dress. And then we're going to move over to Sharry. Now Sharry has a weird kind of a beanie on. Okay, it just kind of goes like that, up a little bit, and around like this. Okay, her beanie has a little ball on top. And we want to put a little bit of hair coming from the sides. Okay. Her hair is just coming out of her beanie a little bit. Okay, we're going to give her eyes. Now, the reason why we're doing just the 3 friends is because I just wanted to show you 3 different ways to make kids or something if you wanted to make some kids in your pictures. 4 eyelashes on each eye. There we go. She just has a little nose like that. Little scoop, little L. And a Mrs. Wolliver smile. Now I just made up the story of them teasing Patty just because I needed a story. I don't know if they teased her so much all the time. In real life, I don't know. Her sisters probably did, but you know. Okay, so now we'll make Sharry's neck and neckline for her dress. Okay, she's got a little green dress on. And now here's Judy. Now Judy's hair is a little bit different. We're going to go up with a part on top of her hair. We're going to come down on this side, kind of curled a little bit. Down on this side. And then bring it together in the middle like that. She doesn't have bangs. Looks like, go back over to Sharry. Sharry had bangs. But we can add that right there. Whoop, there's some bangs. There we go. Back to Judy. Judy's eyes are kind of ovals. Okay? Like that. Her pupils are inside. 4 eyelashes on each eye. She also has a C for a nose because Judy is actually Patty's sister, or big sister, okay? And a Mrs. Wolliver smile. All right. Oh, and her neck, a little bit thicker neck. Judy was an athlete. She was very muscly, strong. She could play sports really good. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to dress them now. Let's put Patty in her pink dress. Like that. Her sleeves. And we're going to come out like this on both sides. A line on the bottom of her dress. Okay. We're going to give her her legs. And her shoes. And her socks. Okay. Don't forget to wear your socks with your shoes, unless they're sandals, of course. But you don't want to get blisters or stinky feet. Okay? All right. Let's go back up to her arms. Remember, she has just a little bit of her arms showing out of her dress, doesn't she? Yes. And her Mrs. Now we're going to have 3 sets of Mrs. Wolliver hands to practice on right now. Okay? So let's make her thumb here and a mitten. Okay, with how many lines are inside? Who remembers? 3. Good job if you remembered. Way to go. Okay, a thumb here. And a mitten with 3 lines. There we go. All right. There's Patty. Now we're going to come over to Sharry in real life, her best friend in real life. We're going to come out with kind of a square, a rectangle-y sleeve. It's not rounded like Patty's sleeve is rounded. And this side as well. Okay, there we go. Now, we want to kind of come down as far as the bottom of Patty's dress. All right, because we're going to kind of get them all the same size or same place on the page. Okay, just try your best to do that. All right, we're going to come down with her legs there. Good. If you want to put her socks on now, you can put her socks on now, her sock lines, and her shoes. Okay, there we go. And then we'll come back up with her arms. Now, this is pretty close, but I think I can do it without having them hold hands. But if your characters are really close together, Patty and Sharry may have to be holding hands, which is fine, because best friends hold hands all the time. No problem. But you're going to come out with her arm, okay, on both sides. Come out with her arms on both sides. You're going to make a thumb and her mitten. 3 lines inside. It's really hard to do with a pen because I got to make her hands a little bit bigger so I can get those lines in without smooshing them all together and they look all clumped together like in this hand. But that's okay. You know what I'm doing. Okay, pause the video if you need to catch up. Let's move on to Judy. Judy wears a shirt and shorts because she's an athlete. She's got to be ready to jump in and play, right? Yes. So this is how her shirt goes. We're only going to come down to about the middle of their dresses, okay? Keep in mind, about right here, we got to only come down to about right here. You're going to come down and go like this. Bring it together like that. Okay? I'm not done yet. Looks crazy right now, doesn't it? Okay? Now you're going to come with some sleeves like that. Together on the bottom. Okay? And then you're going to come out. Well, actually, let's finish the, let's not make the Mrs. Wolver hands yet. Getting ahead of myself. Here we go. She wears a striped shirt as well. Okay. And we're going to put some thick stripes on so we don't have to color so many. There you go. All right. Then we're going to make her shorts. We're going to make them like we did Louie's when we had him skating with Patty. We're going to come down. See the bottom of their dresses? Come down to there. Come down to there. Put a bottom on it like a skirt. This is the best way to do it because then you don't have to. Okay, just trust me. Put the line down the middle. Separate the legs. Put on her pockets. There we go. Let's do her legs first. Now, she doesn't have those stick legs. She has muscly legs, man. She plays sports. She's an athlete. Little thicker legs. Just like her neck was a little thicker. Okay. Tennis shoes or her whatever kind of shoes she's wearing for that day. Don't forget her socks. Please, Judy, wear your socks. Thank you. Okay. Now we'll go back to do her arms. All right. Now this one, I'm just going to be having her arm is just going to kind of be next to her. Her arms are just kind of next to her. Then, let me do this thumb. A thumb and a mitten with 3 lines. All right, and let's go here. Thumb and a mitten with 3 lines. So she's just standing next to the girls. Yes, and we're going to meet one more of the girls, the friends, next lesson. Lesson 18. This is lesson 17. Do you believe this? Wow. Okay. Now right at their shoulders, we're going to make the horizon line. The carpet. They're in the house. They're in the playhouse. Standing. Even though they weren't smiling in the playhouse, they're going to be smiling here. All right. They're very happy. All right. Now to show that they're in the house, we're going to put a plug on the wall, right up wherever you have the most room. If you have the most room on this side or this side of the wall, or maybe even between one of the girls, you can put it there. But I'm going to put my plug on the wall over here next to Patty. Okay. I'm going to put my 2 squares inside. There. Dash, dash, little dot, dash, dash, dot. There we go. Oh, there they are. Aren't they cute? Okay, put your pencils down. Look down at your paper and say, wow, I did a great job. Now tell your neighbors or tell me, wow, you did a great job too. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a very nice day. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a nice Mrs. Wolliver day, learning to draw the Mrs. Wolliver way. Until next time, keep drawing.